E3. This is Andrew, the content community manager at Mobcrush. So I've had a little bit of wander around. This is the West booth. I'm in a quiet corner, and it turns out quiet corners aren't too hard to find at E3 this year. There's a lot of extra space. You'll see that as we walk around. It's a different show. It's 10 past 1 now in LA, and they won't let the general public in until about I think it's 2 o'clock, and then the show closes at I think 6. So if you came here with a gamer pass, you don't get in until 2 and leave at 6, so you get 4 hours. So there's less people. Yeah, I know, right? Well, the funny thing is this area is like, there used to be more booths around here. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see how there's a lot, like there's always space on the edges, but there's a lot of space on the edges. But there's still a lot of cool stuff in the middle. So we'll go walking. Let me just try and angle this down a little. So I'm gonna take a left here and we'll go through the Indiecade booth and see all the indie games. And there's always a ton in here, a ton to see. Oh, hi X11, how are you? Yeah, the indie booth has always got a lot of really cool stuff. And you don't have to line up long to play games in here, which is always nice. If you want to play Pokemon today, the line's already an hour long, and that's without the general public being in here. So I guarantee you it'll get worse. I remember when Zelda was here, they cut the line off 2 hours after the show opened, because if you lined up, you weren't going to get in, even on the long days. Yeah. Just keep doing a slow wander. So yeah, tons of indie games, tons of little ones you might not have heard of, but it's great through here because you can always find stuff to play without lines. And it's not just video games, there's a lot of these ones are, iPad stuff. A bit laggy. I'll see if we can, I'm trying to do it now before the network gets too congested. Oh, this is interesting, the Poly Mega. So this is a modular console. And it doesn't look like it's doing what it should be doing right now. Let's keep walking. Sun and Moon. You want to... let's keep... Oh, actually, over here, I found these mini little arcade things. There's a few of these here at the show this year. So we'll try and get up close. Let's just keep going. So there's more and more of that kind of stuff too. More things, sort of retail specific stuff. Like products that they're trying to pitch. It's kind of some of the changes happening at E3. I didn't come to E3 until 2013. And thank you, Sam. Fortunately I have Sam back at HQ handling the moderation for me. And yeah, as I was saying, when I was here in 2013, it was a lot of, pretty much 100% games. There was some merch stuff. Now there's a lot more merch stuff, which is fine. It's just a different market. Let's just keep going through here. So yeah, that's Indiecade. I'll come back through here. I want to meet some of the independent developers. We just walked past the completionist, actually. So yeah, Geico and Verizon here. So some interesting brands. Geico have been sponsoring a lot of esports lately. We're going here, Asgard's Wrath. Plenty of photo opportunities. Nice. We'll stick to the outskirts for the moment, and we'll go into the big stuff like Nintendo and Sega. Or Sega, I guess as you say in America. So yeah, you see more merch stuff. Gachas. Again, merch stuff has always been here. It's just there's a lot more of it at the moment, I think. It's Beat Saber. I think this is just another photo op. There's a lot of photo opportunities. of a line. Oh, so now we're coming down to this is like the press area for Nintendo. So when I used to work the show as a journalist, this is where you come down and check in to, you know, meet your handler or take you through the games and everything. Now I have to line up for games. It takes forever, but yeah, this is like the check-in area for Nintendo. They always have a really nice press area and a really, really nice booth. They just do a great job. So this is the edge of Nintendo's booth. What I'm going to do, I'll go left and we'll come back at it from the front so you can see it all. But this is like basically just the lineup area for their games. The line is already getting pretty long. Oops, sorry about that snap. So this is all the West Hall, and the West Hall used to have PlayStation in here, among others. PlayStation, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft would always be in the South Hall. And I haven't gone over there just yet. I've been spending a bit of time over here. So I'm going to head down the front so we can kind of see everything from the entrance. This is the back of the Sega Atlas booth. It's like their media area. You know, you go backstage when you play the games. So we're starting to get back into the show a bit more here. Still Atlas stuff. Atlas and Sega. So there's Catherine and Persona 5. Let's see how this spoon is looking. Sega is how we say it back home. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, that's kind of... Actually, I'm going to head around the front here. I'll show you. They've got a cool activation on for Sega. God. I don't know. I spent like 30 years saying it one way, then I moved to America and I have to relearn it. Okay, so this rock wall in the middle, you can climb it, and if you get to the top, you get a Sega shirt, which has all their consoles back from like the SG-1000 all the way to the Dreamcast on it. But I did it, and you don't really have to get to the top. You just have to make an effort, because I did not get to the top. I climbed. I got up to where that guy is now. I got about there. I feel like I got to about there. I hate heights, and I was like freaking out at about that point. And you can see you've got a cable, but like, I don't know. There's something I'm putting a lot of faith in a cable to not let you fall. So yeah, they're doing big promo for Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. And yeah, the wall, it is actually a really cool activation. It's pretty fun. And the lines to play here also not too bad. Now we're coming down to Nintendo here. Now some sections I can't just walk through at Nintendo because you see this line just to get in and have a look. You got to line up, but we'll do our best. So the first area here is like a Pokemon. It's like a stadium. You can see the crowds on the edges. So it's going to be like a Pokemon Stadium area, and you can go in there and play battle in Sword and Shield. Just, sure, go ahead. And that's what you want? There we go. Oh, okay, cool. I will soon. Thank you. Now we have Luigi's Mansion. So they got a couple of bellhops. Let me try and get in here. With Luigi and Slime Luigi. And let me get a nice shot there. So yeah, we'll walk around. So if you guys in the chat see anything you want me to like stop and focus on, just let me know. Throw it in the chat. Okay. Now let's keep going around here. So GameSpot took over a big chunk of where Sony used to be. They've always had their own booth, but they used to be further down the front. Now they got a different space. bigger space. You got along here. So this is all the people you see along here. These are all waiting to play. Pokemon. There's the starters. Sword and Shield. I always wonder what they do with this stuff after the show. You know, who gets to keep it? We'll come back to the arcade stuff. I just want to show you the last of the Nintendo booth. So this is the Zelda Link's Awakening, the remake. It's the area for it. It's got these really cool little diorama type things. So there's like a mass of people in there now. Yeah, Nintendo's busy, as you'd expect. I'll try and get in close. I'm going to just cut through this line. Have a look. Sorry, do you mind if I just poke in there for a second? Thank you. There's another one over here. Sorry, do you mind if I just... Yeah. Try not to cut the line too much. I don't want to be that guy that, like, you know, then just starts moving along with the line. So, yeah, they have. They got models for just the 3 starters here. I haven't seen any more Pokemon statues around. I was hoping they'd have a Wooloo one because everyone will go crazy for that. I don't know what this is. This is the Unreal Garden E3. I think it's like put on by E3. It's see this space. This is like a big chunk of space where Sony used to be, and now it's, you know, they had to obviously fill it in because. Actually, we'll head over here. So the arcade machines thing as well, that was also part of that same space. So here we go. So these are cool. It's more of these like mini arcade cabinets. Pretty nice. I think they're kind of cool. They got some the big, you know, the full-size originals here too, just for display. Yeah, I think these are nice little like display pieces. All right, let's keep going. A few more here. I love that classic Pac-Man, by the way. We had arms. So, I haven't been down this section yet. I've sort of stuck at the other end, particularly around the Indiecade section. Just kind of chatting with developers and stuff. So, you know, doing real work stuff, I suppose. I'll work out what this garden thing is later. I guess it's like some kind of VR experience thing, or AR. So like there's a huge... So this is like a, you know, break area. They've always had those, but it feels a bit bigger this year. I have no idea. We're going into like uncharted territory down this end.
You don't want to be sad.
So this is, yeah, man. Oh, I always have fun at E3. E3 is always a blast. It's always work, but it's always a blast. So this is going on. Oh, sorry, Michael, MGL Michael. Now it makes sense. Yeah, thanks, man. This is always cool here. I don't know what the, yeah, let's keep moving. So on the show floor, actually, they got a lot more, is Sony a garden now? Yeah, right? Like, it's, so this whole thing, and this section here, and part of that section was Sony last year. And this section that I'm looking at now was where they would have their press area, and Sony's press area was always pretty big. It was actually Microsoft that downsized first and changed theirs to Mixer, because they're really doubling down on Mixer, which is great, you know. Certainly a platform worth considering. You know, you use Mobcrush to test them all out. So yeah, so G Fuel here in a big way. again, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's interesting. But yeah, like, it's very different E3. The esports zone, they've had this for a couple of years. I think it's a cool idea. They have some competitions here. They do some mobile stuff as well, actually some mobile games. I think they had Arena of Valor last year. What did I got this year? Oh, there we go. Yeah, PUBG tomorrow, Smash Ultimate Thursday. Yeah, it's kind of a nice area to come hang out and watch some games for a while. They had some Tekken stuff last time as well. It's always my favorite. I think they're official cosplay. It's hard to tell. I'm not sure what it's... Maybe it's for like Cyberpunk, but it's really hard to say. Subnation. So yeah, like I was saying, actually we'll walk through this Big Ben publisher because I think I've seen their booth before. I don't remember it being that massive. Respawn. Oh, I had a Respawn Raze. So Razor's got an energy drink now as well. Uncharted. Was that Uncharted? I'll have to go back. But yeah, Razor's in the energy drink business now too, which is cool. I mean, so many. It's a competitive market, you know. But you know, Razor's got such a good reputation that they can really capitalize on it. So, what else we got down here? Oh, so the video game history museum thing used to be here. But it looks like it's not here now. It might have. I think it's moved. Maybe that's the other hall. What do we got now? We got art this time. 10G. You thought 5G was fast. Let's just keep it going. So they're probably not ramping up just yet until the general public comes in. So let's go check out this Big Ben thing. See what they're about. I'm not too sure. And then we'll head over, have a look at Exceed and you know, I think I'm going to save it up, but we'll have to check out Square Enix tomorrow or Thursday, one of the days that I'm here, because they're going to have a massive Final Fantasy VII booth. I just know it. I'll definitely go on a day at a time when there's no general public in yet, because I'll be so busy. Here we go. So, like you might have already noticed, the crowds, it's pretty quiet right now, just because there's no general public in at the moment. But even that said, it still feels a little bit quieter than even last year. It's really strange. In some ways, I kind of like it because with the first year it came was the Xbox One. It had already been revealed like a month before, so it was the first E3 for the console. And I remember just some days I just get overwhelmed. I had so many appointments to run to. I was constantly pushing through crowds and people. It was just really, really busy. But it was after that I was like, I gotta move to America. So yeah, it's it must be hardware manufacturers around here. Well, let me just adjust this. We'll head into Exceed. Hopefully there's nothing too crazy in here. Exceed localized a lot of Japanese games, but a lot of like really niche Japanese games. Oh man, I'm genuinely excited to try this game. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. So it's based on a mobile game from Japan, but it's a fighting game, and it just looks awesome. This is like totally self-serving, but this game, let's watch it for just a minute. Grand Blue Fantasy. I have no stake in this, but man, it looks so cool. Let's. I'll keep us walking. Let's keep walking. Actually, they got it up on the big screen here. Burger Time Party. Man, Burger Time's a fun game. And we get a pretty good view here, actually, of the Sega booth in its entirety. So we'll take a bit of a step back. Try and take it all in. Alright, oh, actually, there's something really cool over here. I breezed past it before. We need to go have a look. Just adjust down. Gimbal, play nice. The gimbal is fighting me. So you know the Sega Genesis Mini is coming. So to promote the Mini, they have the massive controller. Streets of Rage. Let's just wander through here. Actually, there's some cool stuff. Sega, they got a Judgment playable. It's already been out in Japan for a little while. And yeah, there's Persona 5, the Royal. Let's. I'm gonna. Oop. So like I said, I haven't left this hall yet. So let's just have a look, because I know where the old the art section used to be. It was like concept art from games and stuff. Let's go have a look and see if it's still there. So this is what it's like when you leave the West Hall. Always a bit crowded. So yeah, really different, quieter. Easier to move around, less booths, more space, different show, that's for sure. Let's keep going. We'll just stick to this side of the convention center for the moment, but there's still plenty to see. There is the food court, and so outside these doors, there's like a courtyard, and there's a bunch of food trucks. I think there's usually more out there. It doesn't look like it at the moment. But the food court food, I don't know, spend an extra $5 and go to the food trucks. I was so happy to see this when I came in, the big Shenmue 3 banner. I don't know if you saw Limited Run Games announced they're doing a collector's edition too, like a light box and stuff included. It's really, really cool. Facebook gaming. So tomorrow I'll have to show off the mixer area, because they're not at the convention center. They are in the other booth, but they have their own big section at the front of the Microsoft Theater. But there's a lot of people competing for your streaming eyeballs and for your content. And Twitch's presence in this section is smaller. I think they might be in the other hall. Next year you should do a Mobcrush hot dog cart. You know what? Honestly, that's like a pretty good idea. Bring like good food and sell it and like brand it. Okay, this is strange. Into the pixel, right? So this is where the art section was. I don't see any art. Oh man, it's all over here. So each of these pillars used to have art on every side. And now it's way, way smaller. We'll see. Sometimes it's inspired art, other times it's concept art. Oh, there we go, that's a nice one. This is God of War. What else we got? Actually, this game Control is super interesting. I saw it last year, and I think it's getting more traction this year ahead of its release. Pretty nice. Oh, there's a Ghost of Tsushima concept art. Big Sony exclusive. Alright, so I'm going to head back out this way, and I'll show you the connecting hall that leads to the other hall. See what they got. They've always got these big banner ads running down the hall. They had, so outside I was here picking up my badge on Sunday, and they had no no ad on the side, and they usually have it already. It was because they were covering up that it was Watch Dogs Legions. They didn't want to show it off yet. And then that game got leaked. And I felt bad for Ubisoft because, like, you know, they hold back all this information, try and announce it at just the right time, and then the show starts and everyone knows. So let's see. Oh boy, I wish I spoke Spanish. You know, I get my wife to translate it for me. Oh, it's Borderlands. There we go. What's the other one? Yeah, it's all Borderlands. That's cool. So you can't see out here because that's a giant ad all the way along here for Watch Dogs Legions. Well, the gimbal's got a mind of its own right now. Without fail to your lives. I mean, I think that's a compliment. I'll take it as one. You know, I'm pretty optimistic. Oh, this is interesting, actually. So, down here is the meeting rooms, the hall rooms, and I can actually walk in with an industry badge, but it's like, it's literally just like you saw there, like little meeting rooms. You know, there's more upstairs. And one of the funny things when Gamer Pass was introduced, and the general public in, you'd be in like these private meetings that you booked months ahead of time, and you know, you'd have to show badge of security. You'd be sitting there, and then someone would just wander in, some kid would be like, "Is there any games to play in here?" It was kind of funny. Like the first year that they had the Gamer Pass was very tricky to navigate. They're actually doing a way better job since last year. They've done a good job, and it's good again. Security moves fast and everything too. Let's see, I don't know if you can see it. All right, we're heading down towards the South Hall now. And yeah, it's South Hall, the lobby section usually has some cool stuff. So what I might do is I'll look down from the balcony. I'll sign up for now because I gotta get something to eat. But let's have a look before we do any of that. Let's see what's going on in the South Hall. There's always something really cool right in the middle. Oh, it's a big Final Fantasy VII. All right, so this is. Now this area, the South Hall lobby area, if you watch a lot of movies, you will recognize this space. It's in like Demolition Man, and they film like they need to film like an airport or like a high-tech facility or something. They'll film it here. They film a lot here. But yeah, this is the South Hall. Let's say we'll go have a look at the Final Fantasy remake, see what they got down as the installation. Gimbal's working overtime on the stairs. TikTok's here. That's interesting. I knew they were kind of getting into gaming, but I don't know in what direction they're going. It's not streaming, it's something else. Hey. Oh, they take the photo for you. That's cool. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna sign off for now. So yeah, I'll sign up for now. I'll do some more streams. I'll show you some more cool stuff. Take photos, get up on social. But yeah, just make sure you follow us. All platforms. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Mixer. We're like everywhere. Basically, if you can find it and you can put like /Mobcrush at the end of it, we've probably got it. But yeah, I look forward to showing you more stuff again soon. All right, thanks. Bye for now.